Okay, so Uncle Dave Meltzer, who I put no bank in, but when it comes to this, I do. Apparently, on Punk's match with Moxley at All Out, early into the match, doing a tope, he tore his tricep, and he's already actually had the surgery the other day. They want to do it right away to prevent any muscle atrophy, as they say, to cause further complications on this veteran's road to recover. That's a long injury, isn't it? Isn't that about 6 to 8 months out?
No, it's not. I had I tore my left tricep. I worked out a day that I was wrestling, and it happened to be cold, and just pushing off it the wrong way, it popped the tendon right off. So I got it fixed right away. I didn't like your tendon when it rips. If you wait too long, like look at my hand, it'll fray like that, and then trying to repair that is a very hard thing to do. So you shouldn't wait. That's why you see a lot of guys in the business that blown their bicep, never got it fixed. They don't care. But tricep, I jumped on that. Anytime I got injured, I got it fixed. After surgery, you got about 6 weeks of rehab, and you could start doing light tricep workout on him. So he won't be out that long. He'll be out maybe 6 weeks, and he'll be able to start lifting and training with it. It just depends how he is. That's how it was fast for me. So it didn't take that long. That's why I was happy to get it fixed.
Do you think in his case, think about it, when he fought, he beat Page, but then in that tag match with the FTR, just to jump off the rope, blew out or broke his foot, and then now doing a tope, which is, that's just a dive. They can make it sound as fancy as they want. I remember the spot. He just jumped through the ropes onto Moxley to tear your tricep. Is he injury prone, or is he just kind of like his body's just banged up to shit? Even though he had 7 years off, he should be rested.
Yeah, but in our business, like I've been through it myself. I mean, you go through a phase where it's like every other month something's happened. And that's because your he's letting, I don't know if he's taking care of himself. Is he working out? Is he training? Or is he just sitting on the couch eating ice cream until it's time to go wrestle? That's the difference.
I've heard that his training, and I don't know how accurate this is, but I think his training, and I think he jogs, and I think he does a little bit, maybe some sparring or something at a gym, but I don't think he's like lifting weights. I don't, he doesn't look any different to me than he has in years. So I don't think he's not a gym rat by any means. I don't think.
I mean, as long as he's doing some kind of calisthenics, I mean, but like I said, I don't see how old is he?
Let's look. I don't think he's younger than me. I think I'm almost positive he's younger than me, and I'm a few years younger than you, but not a ton. I'm in my upper 40s. Phil Brooks. Let's see how old Phil Brooks. Phil Brooks is 43 years old, so his body should be a hell of a lot better at tolerating things than it is right now at 43.
I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, and this is coming right from me. There is no excuse for him not coming to AEW in top physical condition and shape. He's been out of the ring for 9 years. They bring him back. He was actually training for UFC. So don't say, I know he knows how to train, but he's not training because he had 9 years. If I had 9 years off and I came back, you wouldn't recognize me. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't come. I don't think he came in there with the intention of this thing being around a long time. I think he figured I'm going to come in, get a quick payday. You know what I mean? It's not going to last that long. That's what I think he was thinking. And now he realizes, fuck, I got to work. I just can't sit there and cut promos because it's not working anymore. Because MJF could take that spot easily.
Well, and to the people he's working with, like he's working against, like Moxley goes hard, very stiff. Even when he worked like Hangman Page, very stiff, very much a Japanese style. I don't think Punk is used to that level. I think he was more used to like, I'll lead Darby Allen, or Darby Allen and I'll have a nice 80s style job match. The only bump I'll take is a coffin drop. I don't think he's used to fighting these other guys. I think he came, well, he had Ring of Honor, had a lot of bloody matches with Raven. He had, then they picked him up shortly after for OVW. So he pretty much went from like, and he did IW. I think he had like maybe, we'll say 5, 6 years of indies. Maybe I'm being generous. And then he actually got to go right to WWE and do that style.
Yeah, I mean, his whole style, he's a gimmick. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. There's wrestlers and then there's gimmicks. CM Punk's a gimmick. That's why he used to sit. I'm gonna put my phone down, but he used to sit there in the corner with his hands and roll them like this, like he's warming his wrists up for an MMA fight. And he stole that from Silva. You know what I'm saying? So he's not a wrestler. He's a gimmick. That's all there is to it. And I'm not a. And that's it. That's straight up. That's the truth. So that's why when he's getting in the ring and he has to wrestle against guys that know how to wrestle, like Moxley and Hangman Page, he's getting hurt.
Because his matches, I remember the matches with Raven in Ring of Honor because they had the right gimmick. I'm Mr. Straight Edge, and Raven, I'm a drug addict, and it was a good feud, but they were garbage matches. I don't mean any disrespect. I was entertained, but chain matches, cage, every match was very bloody. But Raven works and I love Raven, but he works a slow style. If you watch it, he might have a lot of blood and a lot of violence, but he's not doing anything to really hurt himself. His matches are good, but they're slow pace, and I think Punk learned a lot from that.
He learned a lot from Raven. Absolutely. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah,
Scotty's really, really good at what he.
you don't see him jumping through ropes and hitting stuff. He might be able to, I don't know, but he's a very basic style.
He absolutely could do that. I could do it, but we don't do it because it doesn't make sense. In the way I work, it doesn't. It's not, I may have my partner slingshot me in the ring from the outside. I've done that a million times. There's no need. I really had no need to go outside the ring except a brawl. And I was, to be honest with you.
Do you think when Punk went to AEW, he was almost out of place because his size? He can't wrestle a big man match because he's little. He's not really built like a wrestler, nor does he have the skill of like a Kurt Angle, or we'll even say more modern, a Brian Danielson, or this a Wheeler Yuta and stuff like that. And even though he's skinny, he can't high fly like a Phoenix or a Penta or Dante Martin. You think he's just out of place?
I honestly think he's rusty, man, and he's not getting the rust. He should have gotten the rust off by now. I mean, honest to God, he should have been working more. They weren't using him enough. And now look what's happening. He's getting hurt every match. Come on. Is it he don't want to do it no more? Is he tired of it? I mean, is that what it comes down to? He just don't want to admit it. Maybe he wants to get fired. Maybe he wants to stay home and still get a paycheck. I mean, I'm a lot older than he is, man. So I understand, but he's 43, man. He shouldn't.
That's pretty young.
Yeah, I mean, from 30, from early 30s, late 29, 30 to like late 40s, man, that's when you're running, man. That's when you're rolling. That's when you're in your prime. That's when you should be able to do a match with your eyes closed and not even have to worry about anything. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. That's how it is for me.
I make fun of Jericho once in a while, but he's in his 50s. He can go.
Jericho could go an hour, okay? And not many people can go an hour.
Do you think Punk's done? I mean, I put the graphic up with my man Gorilla Monsoon. Stick to fork in him, he's done. Do you think he's done? I mean, you think about it. I'm going to give you the belt. Oh, I broke my foot. I'm going to give you the belt. Oh, I tore my tricep. Even if he's not done, I can't see him ever being a champ again. He's too injury prone now. Actually, I don't see him as a good investment either, but that's just me.
Yeah, I get it. That's the way you're looking at it because you're a fan perspective. Yeah, it sucks. Like I said, he's going through that phase where you get injured. I mean, I went through it myself. I mean, I remember we got the belts. I blew my tricep. I had to drop the belts. Got the belts again. I blew my bicep. It was just one thing after another. You know what I mean? And I don't know how many times I dropped the belts to the Dudleys that we had them and we had to drop them due to the fact I had an injury. But that is what happens in our business. I don't see them working like ECW over there. You see what I'm saying? So I don't understand why he's getting hurt so much. I think personally, it's the new style of the wrestling they have over there. It's strong style and it's lucha libre strong style, and half the guys don't sell. So I'm going to be honest with you. I always say do a transition move before you do your high spot. This way the people can absorb that transition move and then they'll be able to know that high spot's coming and then they can understand and absorb it. No, these guys are doing 8 super kicks, getting right. I seen one match, he must have got hit with 5 different finishes and got up right after without even not even going for a pin. They're just getting right back up, taking a bump and getting right back up. They don't sell.
Punk sells too much because he gets hurt. Do you think we'll see him back?
Yeah, he's under contract. I can't see them, like I said, paying him to sit home. Khan's not that stupid. If anything, he'll have him come out and cut promos and sell T-shirts until his contract's done, and then they're going to let him go.